Happy Godzilla Day, everybody. It is Godzilla's 69th birthday. Nice. And there's a lot to celebrate today. Besides reviewing the figure, which we're going to be reviewing the newest design, the newest Godzilla -1 figure from Bandai, the import from Japan, I want to go over a couple of things that are happening today on Godzilla Day, just in case you watch this early enough and you maybe can participate in some of these things. So, movies and streaming, we have the Godzilla -1 movie tickets. Also, I believe the tickets for the fan event on the 29th, a couple days earlier than the movie comes out on the 1st, which I think is IMAX. I don't know if it's only IMAX for that day, but it looks like a lot of the listings of theaters say IMAX. So that might be the only chance we get to see it in IMAX is on that special fan event day on Wednesday the 29th. So get your Godzilla -1 tickets. They're out today. We have a Pluto TV marathon. Pluto TV has the Godzilla movies, but apparently now they're doing some in-between hosts and stream-along stuff with questions to be answered and other little, I guess, interviews. And you use the hashtag Godzilla Day all day for Pluto TV, which is pretty cool. Also, Godzilla -1 hashtag will now bring up the little -1 design, this design right here, a little picture with it on all the social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We also have some exclusive toys. The Godzilla store is going to have a special apparel, a special exclusive Space Godzilla soft vinyl color variant, and a Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla original soundtrack. Okay, we're getting from Funko, we're getting the Singular Point Funkos are coming out, which is cool. There's like 2 or 3 of them. From Mondo, we're getting a special Mechagodzilla silver variant figure, Godzilla 2000, the soundtrack, Godzilla Space vs. Space Godzilla original soundtrack. That might be the same one on the Godzilla store and Mondo. I'm not sure. We're also getting new t-shirts for Godzilla from GameStop. So their new t-shirts came out today. I'm not sure what they look like, but bet you if you search around, you could probably find them. But that's what's going on today, guys. Let's enjoy Godzilla Day, and we're enjoying it right here on the channel with reviewing the brand new design. The newest Godzilla we see here is Godzilla -1 from the new movie coming out. I'm very excited. So let's dive into this, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So let's discuss -1, shall we? So before we go into this, I want to kind of point out a couple things about this design. So Takashi Yamazaki is the director of the movie, and he also directed 2 other versions of Godzilla. He directed Godzilla the Ride, which we'll be reviewing both of these together, doing a little comparison, and he also designed a dream sequence with Godzilla in his movie Always Sunset. What is it? Always Sunset Street 2 from 2007. The beginning of the movie is like Godzilla's original attack in 1954. It's kind of like a dream sequence. It's really cool. I'll put up pictures of that Godzilla, and then we'll review these 2 together. We'll do a little comparison because it seems like Yamazaki has a design he really likes. It's the big, thick, big Godzillas, which I'll show you. But let's dive into this figure first and how he looks. So I know I said I wasn't going to get this figure, but when I saw some in-hand shots of it, it looked really nice. So I wanted to at least scoop it up, because I don't know if I'm going to get the SH Monster Arts one. I don't know if I want to shell out the whatever it is, $120, $100. It's expensive. This I got for like 35 bucks, free shipping. Can't beat that. Unless someone's got it for cheaper, but I didn't really see it for cheaper. But so you're looking around $35, maybe free shipping. I scooped him up off eBay. The design is nice. I like the new Godzilla -1 design. The big eye-popping design that this figure has is the new spikes or dorsal fins. So this one clearly has it. The really dangerous looking, very large spikes, if it wants to focus. Please focus. There we go. The dangerous looking spikes, the dorsal fins, to kind of show that this Godzilla is evil, which is... he seems very evil, but we'll find out what the movie has in store for us. His design of his face looks really good. He has, I'll show you the paint scheme once it wants to focus. I'm back up just a little, there we go. So if you see, he has, I don't want to shine too much light on it, but you see he has dots on here, like, looks like dirt dots or some sort of markings. Like right there, you see on his eye right there, see that dirtiness that's not on this side? I don't know if it's like damage that he has sustained, and his regenerator G1, Godzilla 2000, his regenerator G1 is like, healing him like the Wolverine kind of deal. I don't know if that's what that is and it leaves marks or something, or if this is just dirt or whatever from him like destroying Tokyo. So I don't know, but you can see throughout the whole figure there's like a dirt on him. Sort of reminds me of the Emergence Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Mothra when he came out the ground. And now did you guys real quick, complete left turn out of left field. Did you guys see the Monarch Legacy of Monsters trailer where Godzilla comes out the ground? He looks like that moment from Godzilla vs. Mothra. It's chef's kiss. It's beautiful. So articulation-wise, you guys know it's a Bandai figure, so we're not getting articulation, a lot of it. We're getting both arms and both legs can rotate completely. Doesn't matter. We're not really using it for articulation. We're using it for display purposes. But let's see if we can get in on his face here. See if we can get on his face without having, there we go, without having a shadow. His face looks really good. It's a nice design. If we can get a zoom in on his eyes, damn. That focus is just killing me. That full-time focus. Come on. Let's bring him out some. There we go. Let's see if we slowly bring him in a little bit. Can we see the eyes? The eyes look freaky. The eyes look pretty freaky. There you go. That's a good shot of his eyes. But he has a more traditional look at his snout. He has a much more traditional look like the Heisei Godzilla from the late 80s and the 90s. He looks, and then he has, just like the ride version, is a lot of combinations of past Godzilla designs. He's got like the Millennium look here with the thick neck. He has the lower shoulders here. He has the Shin Godzilla-esque looking giant hips and legs. Look how big his legs are. And he's got that, his feet have that back arch to it. Like that, which is crazy. Which has been in, I believe, all of the director's designs. Even from the Sunset dream sequence. We got nothing really on the bottom. It says, doesn't give you a year for it, but it does say, if it wants to focus, it says Bandai China, and then it just says Toho Co, which doesn't have a date, which is strange, but we know the date. It's 2023. He has a nice long tail. The spike design goes all the way down. Now, when we compare this to the ride version, this is a different mold. I was concerned when I first saw the pictures, if you remember me saying that, I was concerned it was not necessarily just a straight up repaint, but it was very similar, like almost too similar to even buy, but this is a definitely different design. I'll show you can tell. Definitely tell, especially because of the dorsal fins going all the way down to his tail. You can tell the figure it's a different mold. It's definitely a much different design from the ride figure. When you're kind of putting both like stock pictures of them together, you're kind of, ooh, they look kind of similar. But then really, -1 does not look that similar to the ride Godzilla. The proportion of his head here, we'll go real quick into a little comparison here, so I'll show you. So if you see these guys next to each other, you see how broad the shoulders are, and they like come down on the ride. It's not a good pose, and that causes his head to look super duper tiny head, which I know I made fun of that, but it's definitely a different design, a different mold. You can tell. Look at how streamlined his chest area and midsection is versus this one where he's all puffed up and puffied out. It does have similar designs, but it's not the same mold, if that makes any sense. It's not the same mold, but it has the same kind of likeness, because he took a lot of inspiration from it. He even has like the same style feet. Oh, this is the ride on the left once it wants to focus, and then it's the same kind of idea, but the feet are different. The feet are a little bit different. You can get a good idea like that. The feet are different. You could tell. See, look at that. It's definitely a different mold, different design. You're not getting a lot of color on the ride version. The ride version is a lot of just gray. Straight up the whole thing just seems like it's painted gray. This one here, he's got the light gray, but he also has that like dirt / damage on him. I don't quite know what it is. I do believe, here's my complete guess on the movie, but just a guess, is that this damage here is him healing, because I do believe they used a nuclear bomb on him in the movie. That shot in the trailer where he's roaring upwards and he looks like he was on fire, I think either the nuclear bomb destroys him and he reforms himself from bone and regrows himself, which would look absolutely insane, or remember with Wolverine, when something was hitting him and like skin came off and it would instantly re-heal, like that's what's happening. So I think that's what this kind of damage might be. Or it could be permanent damage that his cells can't heal. I don't know. We're going to have to wait for the movie, of course. This is all just speculation. But we do have, of course, you guys know, I keep the tags on the figure. I'm not going to remove the tags. Open it up. You got the date 2023, so I guess you don't need the date on the bottom of the foot. But the figure is really nice. I do like it. I think for a $35 price tag, it's not bad. But I want to go back into his face real quick. I want you guys to just kind of get this nice look at everything about him. I'm going to kind of show him off slowly. So the big giant legs is definitely a trademark of Yamazaki's design. You can tell it's similar. He took the inspiration from the ride version and changed it up to make it look more menacing, because the ride version to me looks more like a hero Godzilla, and -1 looks just like he's had enough. Whatever his issue is, he's had enough. So I have no idea, but it's a good figure. It's nice to display. Like I said, it's got nice color design. It's tough to see. If maybe I can brighten the light a little bit over here. Give me a second. I'm going to turn this. It might mess up the face camera, but I want to brighten up. Hold on. I want to brighten up this one real quick. Give me a second. I want to brighten this one up. I want to see if that will make a difference. If we can see the colors better. It might be too bright, but if you could see that, like, that brownish color. I'll put up a stock photo just in case if you can't really see it. But again, I like the figure. I think the figure's really nice. I'm going to bring this light back down to what I believe is, let's see, 15. There we go. I don't want to blind us. But there's your comparison. You can definitely tell there are different sculpts. You can see the tail for both of them. This is -1 has a much skinnier tail. This one is a massive, thick tail here. The dorsal fins are all different. This is definitely a different mold. So don't panic if you were thinking like I was, like, oh, the ride and -1 are the same exact thing. They're not. Now you guys know, and I've said this before, I always buy the ones I like. I'm not going to really buy anything I don't like. Now, if something comes up with the figure after I get it, and something's up with it, I always obviously tell everybody what I don't like about the figure, but I'm most likely going to like the figure no matter what. This figure, the pros of this figure here are, the pro is it looks better than it did in the stock photos. The stock photos made it look awful. I don't know, so it, in hand, looks better than the stock photo. So you have to see it in person yourself. You'll appreciate it much more. I don't really know of a downside to this figure. I mean, this figure does everything you want it to do. It looks just like Godzilla -1. He's got the new sculpt on his head. He has nice eye designs, which I can't really... I'll try and get a close-up with my camera, and I'll put a nice picture up here of it. I can't really give you, maybe, like, the tail, maybe like having some sort of articulation, but the Bandais can't really have that. I mean, only articulation you would have would it to be, you know, swinging left and right like that. It doesn't really make a difference. So I really can't give you a con. The price was good. It was $35. It wasn't too expensive. When I got the ride version, he was $50. He was a little bit more. Now I think he's even more money than that. But there is your comparison to both -1 and the ride. I do believe I like -1 better. I think it's a much nicer design. Not necessarily just the design, but the figure mold. The figure mold of the ride makes him look like he's kind of, you know, talking with your chest. He's puffing his chest out, and it makes his head look just super tiny. He's more proportionate here. Except for them big, thick thighs. I don't know what the deal with that is. Godzilla been getting thicker thighs every year since 2014. Big. They keep getting bigger. You see those hips on Shin Godzilla? Sheesh! Knock over buildings, just the hips. But anyway, guys, happy Godzilla Day. I hope you enjoyed the little review here of Godzilla -1, the new Bandai figure. There's a comparison to the ride figure, so you guys have no fear. It's not the same mold. It's definitely different, so you guys can sleep at night and you can get your -1 figure and not have any issues. I do love the fact that he has some color to him. He's got that weird like Anakin Skywalker, Sub-Zero Jr. like mark on his eye. I don't know what that is, but we'll find out in the movie. Hope you guys enjoy the movie. Come back here after you see the movie and see if I was right about the nuclear bomb thing, because he definitely gets toasted by a nuclear bomb. He gets the extra crispy. I don't know if he's gonna regenerate or if it just like from bone or if it just re-heals himself, like the skin falls off. But we're gonna see something like that. I guarantee you that happens. And if I'm totally wrong, come back and comment and let me know, hey, you're terrible at guessing things. I don't know. But take it easy, guys. Enjoy Godzilla Day. I'm gonna go see Godzilla 2000 now, so hopefully you guys take a watch of that too if you can. If not, watch on Pluto TV. It's right there. But I want to get the theater experience for one of my favorite Godzilla movies. Enjoy -1. Enjoy this figure. I recommend it. I would say buy it if you want a -1 figure that's not expensive like the SH Monster Arts. I'm sure the monster's gonna be badass as hell. You saw the pictures. I'll put them up here. But until next time, take it easy, guys. I was wearing my Godzilla shirt the whole time. I didn't even talk about it. Godzilla! Peace!